factory tour. My name is Movavi. I will be your guide for the visit. We're a big group, as you can see. So the visit will have the duration of more or less 1 hour. Okay, we will begin inside the old offices and then we will enter the factory, of course. After that, you also have your tasting. Okay, so to begin, we have to make this early, and we'll just have to... And here we are. You will see this will be a little bit like traveling in time, okay? Because inside, nothing has changed. The factory hasn't changed, the furniture hasn't changed, and the way we handle our sardines hasn't changed, okay? It's an artisanal production, 100%. And since I'm very into tradition, okay, I will let one of you open the door to our factory. Yeah, sure. There you go, to your right. And be our guest. You may come in, of course. Thank you. Obrigada. So, welcome to the Pinhais factory. And as you can see, we were founded in 1920, okay? And this area right here was used until 2020. There are a lot of details worth the watch all around, of course. My favorite one, for example, is the tiles on the floor. That, as you can see, are a little bit worn out, of course. That's because all the ladies and the gentlemen that work inside of the factory would pass here through those doors to enter the factory every day, okay? You will be doing the same thing later on, so we'll contribute a little bit to the story right here. You can see our original logo up there, and if you look at the name of the town, Matosinhos, you can see that right there it's written with the letter Z. Now, due to the evolution of the Portuguese language, we don't use the Z, we use an S. So, if you look for the name of the town written like this elsewhere, you won't be finding it. Okay, it's only here they were the founders. Okay, so starting with the two, on the left you have Manuel Pinhal and Antonio Pinhal. They were brothers, okay, fishermen, and came to Matosinhos to take a chance on the canning industry. They had experience on the product, but not on the industrial business, so they asked for the help of two investors. Luis, a banker, the money guy, is always important, of course, and another Luis, a canning expert. And when they established the company, they created three main values for it, which were family, tradition, and uniqueness. Okay, the uniqueness is linked to the artisanal production. Okay, we strive to do everything by hand as much as possible. You will see it inside. Also, if you look right up there, maybe you can recognize Antonio Pinhal, that same gentleman, okay? He served as the company director, and when he retired, naturally, he passed all his powers to his son, Antonio Pinhal. And when this Antonio Pinhal retired, he passed all his powers to his son. There you go, Antonio Pinhal, the third, okay?
Is there a fourth and fifth already?
No. Enough with the Antonios, unfortunately. Yeah. Now, moving on to this sand table over here. Why do we have sand, of course? It's like a 10-minute walk, okay? Very nice walk if you go straight forward. And when the factory was built, the ground was still covered with sand.
Here?
Yeah. So all that you could see was sand, 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 and the ocean. Therefore, oh, we have one already. I'll have two. Three. Only one more.
Great.
Jesus, sometimes I have 16 people and they take longer. Thank you so much. There you go. Little can. Thank you. So we have two cans, we have a boat, and we have a fish boat. So, starting with the cans. Two cans because we have two major brands here at the company. We have Pinhais, the name of the company, and we have Nuri. They have a white varnish inside. That's to make sure that none of the metal or the properties of the metal go inside to the fish and the ingredients, okay? Also, they're not made of aluminum, as usually they are. Much durable, stronger cans. After that, we have the fish bone, a sardine, specifically because sardine is the star of the company, as you can imagine. 92% of our production goes for sardines, okay? We also do mackerel, horse mackerel, some limited editions, but sardine is the star. And we always show you the bone because our fish is so well cooked that you can even eat the bone of it. Okay, if you want to try it on your tasting, it's really nutritious and really smooth. And the last but not the least, of course, the boat. As a tribute, we pay to the fishermen who bring the fresh fish every day. We buy our fish right here in Matosinhos, at the docks in the market. And Matosinhos equals fishing tradition, okay, until this day. It really is a cornerstone for the city's identity. We have a lot of holidays that go around the fish. We will have one tonight, okay? So yeah, if you're in Porto tonight, please try the sardines, the grilled sardines. And yeah, the holiday is really special. It's called St. John's. San João in Portuguese. Shall we continue? Two rooms. The first one is this one, we enter, of course. This was our old doctor's office. So basically, Pinhais was one of the first companies to have a doctor come to the facilities, okay, twice a week. And I can say that the doctor still comes. I've met him, okay, on Wednesdays and Fridays, Dr. Tiago. And right above that cabinet, you have a black and white picture from one of our first kindergartens. Pinhais was also one of the first companies to have a daycare, a kindergarten inside of the facilities. And why is that? As I was telling you, Matosinhos equals fishing tradition. And as the tradition would dictate, the men would go to the sea, of course, and the ladies would come here to work inside of the factory. So there was nobody left to take care of the children of the workers. That's why Pinhais at the time hired those two ladies over there. And two of those little girls, I'm not sure which two, they had daughters, of course, and their daughters work here too.
Okay.
So they never left.
And what's for the kindergarten?
Yeah. And in here, you have our old shop. You would come, you would open this tiny window, you would talk with the clerk, you would say what you wanted. For example, I want 5 cans of sardines. The clerk would say, no problem. The production is right over there. In here, we had a storage, and the kids would come through the storage directly to your hand. And this was the way to do it until 2020. If you're from Matosinhos, you have 40% discount on the cans. So, yeah, they buy a lot of putingas, specifically baby sardines. Yeah, they're really tasty.
And do you have any contracts with restaurants and things like that?
We might have one or two that I've heard about, but it's not a very common thing. Yeah, basically you have to come here to acquire our cans, or you can do it online on the website, of course, and we have some gourmet shops where we sell. But yeah, that's only it. And in here, of course, we don't have a storage anymore, okay? Now we have a movie theater. So be our guest, take a seat. Thank you. So in here you will watch a small movie. It's called The Fisherman's Daughter. And we don't have popcorn, as you can imagine, but you will be having silence.
I was born of a fisherman, fine and faithful. I am the daughter of the sea, sensible and salty.
Não? Hoje não. Eu já tinha dito já.
Cansado que eu gosto de pescar.
Of a fair with salt water.
This is the order for today.
Today, yeah.
End of day.
We're definitely gonna get it there by the
It's
end of the
gonna
day.
happen?
Without a doubt, 100%.
Okay.
Around 8 meters high, smashes into the These images send the waves pushing people and cars as they fade for dominoes. Water receded, the damage was coming.
Nem quero acreditar. Tu aqui?
Pensei apenas, sabes?
Here's a surprise.
on the first visit, I was really sobbing back there. It was a little bit embarrassing. Because for Portuguese people, I think we have a soft spot for this. Because my grandfather is from Póvoa de Varzim, a little bit up in the north. And they also have a very fishing tradition alive there. They have, for example, a lot of statues in honor of the fishermen. They have a specific theater that does many plays that evoke this bond between the fishermen and the city. So, yeah, I think it's a very Portuguese thing. Shall we continue? Yeah. Let's go. So you can go to the edge. So if you come right to this spot and you look up at the staircase, tell me what you see. Yeah, that's exactly it, okay? The shape of a fish on the staircase. And it did not occur by chance, okay? So the architect on the project, he was from Matosinhos, he was called Joaquim Neves, and he had this idea, the company loved, and the chandelier, it's supposed to be the eye of the fish, so everything was very well thought through, yeah. And now, of course, we will use the fish to go upstairs to the old offices. Here we go. Welcome to our old offices, okay? We used them until 2020, okay? Of course, by then, nobody would be using writing machines. They had laptops and everything, but everything that you see around here is really authentic. Okay, the people used it to work here. The floor, for example, is a very special floor. It's cork. And Portuguese people are also pretty much known for the production and exportation of pork. So 100 years old floor, right there, okay? And I think very well preserved. And in here, we have 3 cans of those 2 major brands I was speaking about. So basically, you have Pinhais and you have Nuri. So Pinhais, yeah, it's correct. It's our local brand. Okay, we only sell in Portugal. You may try and find it in other countries, but it'll be less common. Okay, it's only for the local business, and as you already know, we only sell in the gourmet shops. So no supermarkets for us, no restaurants. We call them the sardine caviar, okay? It's a very strong flavor, very nice. So each can is like a lottery ticket, okay, of some kind. You might get the eggs or you may not. Now, with Nuri, it's a bit different because Nuri is for exportation. Okay, so international brand right here. We're in 46 different countries with Nuri, and it represents 95% of our production. So big production, as you can imagine. Out of this 95% that we produce, 60% go to one specific country. And that country is Austria. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Austria, it's landlocked. As you can see, they import a lot of canned goods, okay, a lot of fish. And we're superstars back there, okay, because that's the only country where you can find us in the supermarkets. Okay, and I just learned last week from a visitor from Austria. He told me, over there, many times we don't say let's buy canned fish, we say let's buy nori. Okay, so we're more popular there than over here. Okay, 60% of our production goes there. And why the name nori, right? I think Pinhais is hard to pronounce if you're not Portuguese, okay, so they needed something more versatile. That's when nori was born, okay? And there's actually 2 stories for the creation of the name. I will tell you my favorite one, okay? It's a love story, so people tend to like this one more. Basically, one of our founders that you saw downstairs on the black and white picture, he was a very traveled man. And one day, people say he went to Spain and fell in love with a Spanish woman over there, okay? The name of the woman was Nuria. And if you look at the Nuria logo, right in the beginning, maybe you can see the shape of a name. Right there, okay? Right here. So, the real name would be Nuria, okay, but you can also call it Nuri, of course, both are correct. Of course, but 4 major recipes. We have olive oil, spicy olive oil, tomato sauce and spicy tomato sauce. So, on these tables, you will find 5 of the 6 ingredients we use on the recipe, okay? The final ingredient is carrot, but since it doesn't have a lot of smell, we won't be using it. You will see why. So, what you will find on the tables is cloves, laurel, which is also known as bay leaf, exact same thing, pickled cucumber, chili peppers, and black pepper. So now, what I want you to do, and you can split through the tables of course, I want you to smell the cans, try to identify the ingredients, and put them in the correct order. Okay, there you go. If you need any help, let me know, of course.
후추 냄새 나는데? 젓갈 냄새 같은데? 꽃 스멜.
Are you confident with your choices? Okay, so I will give you the correct order. Okay, basically, you have some numbers on the side of the cans. I will use those numbers to give you the correct order. So, the correct order will be starting from your left to right, which is number 10, 9. Yeah, you'll have a switch. After that, you have the pickled cucumber, which is number, this is the tricky one. This is number 7. Okay. Yeah, little chili peppers, number 8. And the final one, black pepper, okay, number 11. If you take a look inside, you can find them, okay? Yeah. But you did pretty good for your first time. There you go. I will show you one last detail on this room, a very special one. So, the detail is the safe, the vault, okay? And this vault was specifically made for Pinhas, okay? What do I mean by that? If you look at the crust, that also works as a key lock, of course, you can see a sardine right here on the crown, okay? And another sardine at the bottom. It was made by a Portuguese company, okay? They don't work anymore, they're called Peixoto. And their brand was also a fish, so in all of the vaults they produce, you can catch this one, but the one on the crown is specifically for us. Okay, it was specifically for Pinhas. And it still works, okay, it still opens, of course. And my final question to you will be, what do you think we would store inside of the vault?
Cash.
Yeah, it's some way related to cash, but not cash. It's something that if we didn't have it, we wouldn't be getting any money. Something very important.
Financial statements.
No. Yeah.
The receipts?
No.
Secret recipe.
The recipes. Back in the old days, you have 50 candy factories here. Now you only have 4. But back in the old days, a lot of competition, of course. Nobody would want to lose recipes or trade recipes. So I guess a vault was the perfect spot for all the recipes. The only recipe that you could not find inside of the vault, as I was told, is the tomato sauce recipe. Apparently, it's a big secret here at the company. Only 2 ladies know how to make it. And they pass the recipe to the next ladies. So let's hope nothing happens to them. Otherwise, we will lose the sauce. Okay, yeah, it is a big secret. And our next room is this one. It was the boss's office, basically. You may enter, have a seat, of course. So in here, you will get to meet Tony. So he knows pretty much everyone inside of the company, so he might tell you a few things that I don't know about, of course.
Well, I was told that you want to know the movie secrets. Well then, I'm here to tell you. The tomato sauce. That's it. It's a secret recipe. That's the secret ingredient. That's all. There's nothing. Okay? Have a good day. And here it is. The Atlantic Ocean. Magnificent, mysterious, and treacherous. It holds the first secret, the fish. Fishing is one of the riskiest and toughest jobs out there. Oh, excuse me. Hey! So, secret number 2, precise selection. You know, nobody beats Emily and Paolo when it comes to choose the best fish. And the best is the freshest. Remember? Second secret. Hi, Mr. Antonio. I caught you having lunch. Is that good? Yes, that's why I'm here. Incredible. Do you want a lift? So come on in.
So good.
Have you seen the catch today?
Yes. Tony, we have to be fast with this one.
Oh, fast? Fast. So you better fire up those machines then.
We don't use machines. Tony.
That's why at Nori, you can be sure every single sardine is and always will be hand-handled. And that's it. Isn't it? Maybe that's the secret. Can you hear this? Sometimes on a good day, they sing when they cut the fish. Just here, everybody cares for each other. And that unique care goes inside each can since 1920. Care. That's the secret ingredient. And that's it. But come see it for yourselves.
So let's see it a bit closer, shall we? From up here, you can see the whole factory, okay, the whole line of production. And I won't be bothering with a lot of details for now because once we're inside, I will explain to you all of the 12 steps that we have on the production as soon as the fish arrives to the factory until it is canned and sent all over the world, okay? Right now, you can see the wrapping of the cans. So to go in, I will give you a protective kit that you have to wear. It's basically a hairnet, an overall, and some protection for your shoes. So we will go downstairs, we put it on, and after that, we go inside, of course, and you can take pictures of everything inside. Personal shops, only this one, and then we may sell.
Austria ist das schon wirklich klein.
Yeah, and it's a very, very old story, okay, very old relationship they had with them. Basically, in 2016, an Austrian fan, a fan of the business, basically bought the company, okay. But before that, they were exporting a lot, okay. So with that, with the buying, of course, the exportation went stronger, but they were exporting a lot before that. And yeah, the name of the owner is Glatz. And he really loved the business, okay? He had like a personal passion about it. So yeah, when the company was passing through a bit of a rough patch, he bought it, and yeah, basically that's the reason why the company is still alive. Yeah. Yes, olá, hello in Portuguese, and boa tarde, good afternoon, yeah. In here you have our laboratory, okay? As you can imagine, we need to do a lot of tests, especially during the week, because when the fish arrives fresh in the morning through these gates, right here, I will show you all of the 12 steps. After that, you will be experts on the production, okay? So the first step, naturally, will be the selection of the fish, okay, buying the fish. And we buy our fish fresh right here in Matosinhos at the docks, at the market. Okay, we have to buy it on an auction system. Since we're a canning factory, we have to do it like that.
How much fish do you typically buy per day?
It depends. If we have the tanks full of fish, we can have 2 tons, but it depends on the day. Sometimes the fish is really, really good. Other days, not so much. So yeah,
And how
each
do-
day is a specific case.
And how do you test the quality of the fish at the
Yeah. So basically, they look for three main things on the fish when they go to the auction. One of them is the brilliance of the scales. It has to be really, really shiny, the fish. Also the eyes, they have to be really, really white, like marble white, okay? If you see some yellowish over, after that you have the consistency. It cannot be strong as a rock, but not too wobbly, okay, too fragile. And what happens is the fish will be taken to these tanks. So basically, the tanks have a brine inside, which is water with 25% of salt. And the fish will stay there for more or less half an hour to gain some consistency and salt. After the brine, you have the cutting, yeah. So for the cutting, the ladies use these beautiful white marble tables that you see in front of you. They are 100 years old, okay? And the ladies still use them. They're pros in quality. And at the end of the day, we sell the whole thing, other fishes, heads, guts, tails, to a different factory that makes fish flour. After the cutting, washing, okay, you can see the tanks right there, two circular tanks. And we also have one conveyor belt above one of the tanks. It has some sprinklers on top.
So we do the cutting, basically they cut off the heads
And guts.
and gut.
Yeah, that's it. And then they place the fish with the tails up on the grids. The ladies place one grid on each shelf and inside of the oven it goes. We steam cook our fish outside of the can for 10 to 12 minutes at 110 degrees Celsius, 230 Fahrenheit. And we steam cook our fish outside of the can, but cooking outside of the can is very unusual. Okay, most canning factories do it with fish inside of the can. There's a reason, of course, for why they do it, and there's a reason for why we do it. Okay, so the ladies always use this table, the first one on the left for it, passing the acrylic rod, and they cut all of the ingredients by hand. Okay, using scissors, using knives. It's a very long process, as you can imagine. But yeah, each slice, each piece will be different from all of the others, of course. After the cutting of the ingredients, the cans will start to go around the conveyor belt that you can see in the middle of the factory. And first thing that goes inside of the can, the ingredient. Okay, so we have 6 ladies, one for each ingredient. One piece of each will go inside of the can. This is an extra spicy recipe, okay? That's why it has 3 chili peppers. This one is really strong. After the ingredients, it's time to place the fish. Okay, if the ladies are doing the tomato sauce recipe, tomato sauce goes first at the bottom of the can and it's still hot when they place the sauce. But in this case, no sauce for us, so the ladies will pick up the fish, already cooked of course, and they just do a final trimming on the tails, on the scales, and then inside of the can. Depending on the size of the fish, they can fit 3 to 5 inside of it, and each can weighs more or less 90 grams. After that, our cans are ready for the olive oil. So we will pour refined olive oil inside of the cans. It has no smell, no flavor. We only want to overflow the can to make sure that no air stays inside, and like that we can make the expiration date as long as possible, of course. And after this, you have the canning. We have to use a machine for hygiene and health concerns, of course. After the canning, you have sterilization. Okay, we have 2 cylinders for it on this diagonal to your right in the corner. And the trick with the sterilization is to mix 3 different conditions perfectly, basically. And here at the company, they use, in time, 52 minutes. The temperature is 116 degrees Celsius and the pressure is 1.5. But now we will go around all of the stations, and in the meantime, if you have any questions, of course, bring them up.
내려와서 한 바퀴 돈다고 하니까
We try to have a zero-waste policy as much as possible, but we cannot keep the same ground for more than 15 minutes. After that, we have to move it. more or less, just for you to have an idea, 25,000 cans per day. That's a very good number for an artisanal canning factory. Of course, if you compare us to other canning factories, industrialized, mechanized ones, they make 5 times what we do. So a big difference, of course, right there. And this is a quality control point, basically. So she makes sure that all of the cans are all shut, no rust on them, no damage. If they're good to go, they will enter the washing machine. The ones that are on the brown boxes, they're still in my washing. Okay. The ones you can see on the yellow boxes, they will get shipped soon. Okay.
Is this all the material, or is there a larger storage some other place?
No.
That's the main storage.
Yeah, we have this one and we have another one, more or less the same size on the other side.
Hola, total.
So, check the speed, of course. And these ladies know how to make all of the 12 steps in the production. So, if they need an extra pair of hands, someone will join, of course. But on a normal day, they're wrapping. And right now they are wrapping the same ones that the other ladies are wrapping so far. And the other lady, the fastest one that could be retired for now, is the first one. She started the work when she was 14 years old. Yeah, I was talking with her last week and I found out about that. So there you go. She's one of the oldest in the company.
I can imagine that it's very energizing to work here.
Yeah, I think that's why also this lady and the other one want to stay. Sometimes they sing, sometimes they are talking, as you can see. And I hope you're ready because you will be wrapping your cans now. Okay, I will help you, of course. Follow me. Até amanhã.
Ciao.
Color in here. So, on the next room, you will have your cans with the wrapping paper ready, okay? Look for your name on the wrapping paper because the cans are personalized, okay? I think it will be easy to find yours. It's a small group. Thank you. Oh, very good. Do you speak a little bit Portuguese?
Pouco, eu estudei em Coimbra.
Oh, Coimbra, yeah, it's a university city, basically. It's really beautiful. So, you will be wrapping the same recipe as the ladies inside, okay? The sardines in plain olive oil. If it were to be the spicy olive oil, you would have some chili peppers. So, each recipe has a personalized wrapping paper. If you take a look around the store, the same happens with all of the other ones. So, are you ready for the Christmas wrapping?
Yes.
So first step, the easiest step, okay, you will be needing 2 pieces of tape, so you can pick them up and place them on the table for later. Easy for now. And after that, make sure that your can is faced up with the grid up, and then you just center it right in the middle of the printing. And now, of course, we will start the Christmas wrapping. So first, the upper side, right there. Oh yeah, so yours is, yeah, there you go. So the upper side, and then the downside. You fold it to the middle, like a present. And no need for tape for now, you just keep it right there, nice and tight. You will fold, literally like a present, this side first, you fold it in, then you will have these 2 triangles over here, you fold them in also, so here it goes, table for it, which makes it even harder. Now you do the exact same folding on the other side, this side first, then you have the 2 triangles, you fold them in, of course. And after that, you will want to place the tape. Yeah, and put it vertically, like this. I will show you why after. There's a trick about it. And mine is not very good, it's not very bad. I've done worse. Oh, very good. Yeah, it's perfect. For your first can, I mean,
Wow.
if you want, you can leave your resume here.
Sounds good.
Come work in Portugal. So, they're perfect, okay, pretty good cans. And I will show you one last trick about the cans. So, if you take your can home and you want to unwrap it to eat the fish, of course, the best part, all you have to do is, they don't place any tape here, just to make sure that you can place your fingers right there and the can will open like an envelope. Okay, so if you want to do it after at home to eat the fish, it's really, really easy, as you can see. So there you go. Now you're experts in all the steps. And of course, I will take you to your tasting now, the best part.
Thank you.
And your cans will be at the reception. If you have them included on the ticket, don't forget about them, okay? If it's not included on the ticket and you want to take them home, they will be $4.50, the same price as the ones in the store. But wrapped by you, of course. We won't be unwrapping them. If you don't take them, we will sell them at a very high price.
I see.
Because they're pieces of art, okay? Basically.
Thank you.
So let's go. The printer, yeah. They don't use it anymore, of course, but yeah, it's the original one.
And so when did you start giving those tours? Like the company, when did the company start giving those
Oh,
tours?
so basically the tour started after the pandemic. Basically they had the idea during the pandemic. They designed the tours and then it started happening. So now you can go upstairs to the cafe. I'll go with you, of course. So look for your name on the table.
Boa tarde.
Yeah, you found it very good.
제 이름 찾았습니다.
Yeah, for both of you, yeah. So enjoy it now, your experts, of course. Thank you so much, enjoy. Thank you, enjoy.
Thank you so much. Obrigado.
Obrigada.
So I've been enjoying everything so far.
네? Sorry.
I hope you're enjoying everything so far.
Obrigado.
Okay, so I am going to briefly present what you have on your table.
네?
So starting in spicy olive oil, our best seller. For the bread, we've got sourdough bread from a local bakery. We usually recommend green wine from bread. Is that alright for you? Yes, green wine is like a soup type of white wine from the north of Portugal.
Yes, green wine.
Green? Alright. So I'll be right back then.
Obrigado. 대박.
Alright, enjoy.
Obrigado, ciao.
You're living in Portugal? Living here?
Now is Coimbra.
Coimbra. Wow. Studying? No.
Eu 3 meses
3 meses.
study.
Yeah.
Now is looking for work.
Today in Porto, it's the biggest holiday of
Yes,
the year.
San
You
Juan
know?
Festival.
Yeah. I hope you have a good time here.
Thank
Yeah?
you.
Nice to meet you.
Obrigado. 와인을 마셨더니 좀 머리가 좀 어지럽네. 투어가 1시간 반으로 하고 있는데 좀 일찍 끝났어요. 보니까 한 40분에 끝나고 먹는 시간 포함하면 뭐 1시간 걸렸습니다. 강변 걸으면서 좀 숙취해소 해야겠습니다.